Today I'm making a brief video on the Apollo Scooters app that was just recently released in the end of October 2021. You see I'm opening the app. I'm going to allow it to see my device location. And this is the starting screen. If you swipe down, you can see the map, but everybody's seen a navigation map before, so I'm not going to show that right now. But to connect to my scooter, first I turn my scooter on. I hit that big Bluetooth button and it says connecting. And it's as simple as that. It connects really quick and I haven't had any problems connecting right away. First of all, on the screen you can see my battery amount and the charge. I'm showing you the map real quick and going back. I wanted to go through the settings menu on my scooters. So you hit settings, my scooters, select your scooter, and then select settings. And what's funny here is there's different settings for the 3 ride settings: Eco, Comfort, and Sport. I wanted to go over the top speed limit and some of the acceleration and braking controls. So even though you see my top speed limit set to 31 kilometers per hour on all 3 ride settings, don't forget that the machine itself is limited. So even though the top speed is 31 kilometers per hour, and I'm more than confident that the machine can go 31 kilometers per hour, it's limited to 25. So once you hit 25, it's still gonna hit the speed limiter. One thing I really appreciate about this app is the regenerative braking and the acceleration response settings. I think the stock regenerative braking is too strong and it's kind of sudden and kind of harsh, so I like to turn it way down. The next thing I tried is to update the firmware. It says there's a new firmware, right? I install the update and I get this scooter update. It tells you to keep your scooter on, don't turn it off, and so forth. I hit OK and it never completes. I've tried it multiple times and the new firmware just doesn't want to install. So that's the one hang up with this app. And to be honest, I'm not sure that I need new firmware because the scooter runs really well. Especially after resetting the regenerative braking to a lower level, I'm really happy with the way it accelerates and the way it stops. But I went ahead and tried it a couple more times just to show you that it does hang up on the firmware update. There is one time during the sequence of videos where I hit OK and the scooter just turned off unexpectedly, and I'm not sure what was going on. I see a UF on the screen on the scooter, and I'm assuming that just means updating firmware, but it doesn't seem to ever complete. So I end up hitting cancel and OK and just keep trying it a couple times and it doesn't work. When a new app launches like this, I don't expect perfection, and I wasn't surprised that the firmware update wasn't working. And I assume that an update in the future will update the firmware correctly, and I'm not sure what other features we'll gain, but I'm hoping that we can take the top speed limiter off. That would be really cool because the scooter has more than enough power to get us to 30 kilometers per hour, yet it's software limited to 25 per hour. See, this is the point where the scooter turned off on itself, and then I had to turn it back on and it connected again right away. And then again, I tried to update the firmware and then it died. I'm not sure that this is a deal breaker on the app just because, again, I don't know what firmware updates I felt the scooter needed because it rides really nice, it accelerates really smoothly, and turning off the strong regenerative braking really helps a lot. And again, I tried just one more time before I give up, and I gave up. And I go back into settings. I want to show you one more thing before I forget, is this kickstart setting. As you know, you need to kickstart, meaning you have to get on a rolling start of right around 3 kilometers per hour before the power will kick in on the scooter. If you turn off the kickstart setting, then you can start the scooter from a complete stop. Now, I started trailering my kids in the scooter, which is really fun, and I'll have that in a future video. And having the kickstart function turned off helps a ton because to get the kids rolling in a trailer while pulling the scooter up to 3 kilometers per hour sounds simple enough, but I'm kind of clumsy and it's kind of difficult to do. And this is me, I'm taking the scooter back to the garage from the backyard. And again, you can see I started from a complete stop because I have the kickstart function turned off, and it starts really smooth. I'm not sure why the kickstart function exists other than for safety reasons. And thanks for watching. Hope to see you soon. Bye.